Okay, so this is a tutorial for how to create and load the left rotators for the online training classes. So the left rotators are those places where we preview the upcoming hour of training, showing the students what the next hour is going to be about. So I will log on to the Adobe Connect class. Okay, and I will go to any of my meetings here. Let's go to this one. Class opens up. This is a typical class screen. And what you see here is our basic layout. Upper left-hand corner is for the video. This will be before the class starts and at every break. This is the break layout and the start and end layout. So upper left-hand corner is the video camera of the teacher or the TA. This area here is called the main banner, central banner, the large banner, and that'll have the name of the day, the course and the day. This is called the session banner. Every hour we get the name of the next hour. Chat box is here on the right. Here is the countdown timer. This is the attendees. And then down here in the center is what we call the center rotator. We have a different video that talked about loading the center rotators. And here is the right rotator. So here's where the right rotators get generated and loaded. Okay, so that's your basic layout. So in order to make the rotator, the left rotator, the first thing you do is get a set of Adobe Connect of PowerPoint slides, and those should be waiting for you on the library. The Athens library will be at Adobe Connect Staging, Online Staging. So we'll go in here to the Revenue Assurance class for Spanish, and we'll go to the left-handed rotators, which we call session rotators, and I go to the source. And here will be the PowerPoint slides. This is the first 6 slides from each of the PowerPoint slide stacks, and you will see that they are named by day and by the session. So this is day 2, which would be unit 2. Session 2, day 2, session 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 sets of slides for the day. And what we're going to do is, when we make the left rotators, we're going to have, before the class starts, the first session of the day, before the second session, the second rotator, third and the fourth, and then we're going to pull the first session for the next day so that the students see a preview of what's coming up the next day. So let's do day number 3. So I'm going to take day 3 and I'm going to highlight day 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and day 4, session 1. And I'll say right click and I'll copy. And I'm going to take them. You never do this work over the LAN. You go to your own desktop. I'll go to my own desktop and I'll create a folder called day 3 left rotator, and I'll go in there and I will drop these 4 files. Okay, so now I need to take each one of these and turn these into an Adobe Connect rotator. So in order to do that, I open the first one up in Adobe Connect. I open it up in PowerPoint, open up in PowerPoint, and here are the slides. And what I do is I go to Adobe Presenter and Publish. And when the Publish menu pops up, I will choose to put the output in the same folder where the input is. So that was the folder that I created was called Day 3 Left Rotator. So I'll click that, and that's where the output will go. I want SWF. It's very important that I click Zip Package. And then I'm going to click here where it says Don't Publish Audio. And I'm going to say Publish for Adobe Connect Pro. Click Publish Audio and unclick it again. Image quality high is fine. And then we want to go to Playback and click on Loop Presentation. Auto Start Loop Presentation under Playback. Adobe Connect Pro, no audio for the publication quality. Say OK. Make sure everything is set the way we want, and say Publish. This will take those slides, convert them into Flash panels, and put them into a Flash file, which Adobe Connect will use. So that's done. It only took a minute. And here is now my what we call the rotator. So you'll do this for each of these files, and after it's done, you'll go back to the Athens library. You'll go back to the Adobe Connect staging, FAR, Pamela Spanish, session rotators, and that was day 3. And then you will take it and drag it over to the right staging folder. After it's in there, you'll rename it, and you want to call it LR. You want to, in front of the name, you want to put LR for left rotator, and then whether this is for the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth. So it's either LR 1 through 5. Okay? Now that they're all staged, I'm just going to delete this to clean up because this was already done. Now that they're all staged here, they're all zip files, they all have the right names. Now I can go back to Adobe Connect. And actually I don't want to be here. Where I want to be is here. So I'm back in Adobe Connect. I'm going to go to Content, and I'm going to go to the class folder for the left rotators, and I'm going to go to day 3, and I am going to say New Content. I'm going to say Browse. I will go to the folder in the Athens library where that's located, and that is my left rotator, session rotator, day 3. Let's say I'm going to take that one. Now when I do this, I click on it here. I have to be sure to go down here and click down below and hit Control C. That will put the name of the file in memory. I say Open, and I go to the title, and I hit Control V as in Victor, and that'll paste it. So this name here will also be in the name in the title. And then I say Save, and it will take the file and copy it up and put it in the library. Now I just copied it over, so it's not going to let it go up, but that's the basic process. So putting these up with the right naming convention with this procedure is how we create and load the what we call the left rotators or the session rotators.